We knew that we would have a first-time Grand Prix champion in the pairs event here at Skate America, presented by American Cruise Lines here in Las Vegas. We weren't sure who it was going to be. Fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. The first time it's hosted Skate America, and for the very first time, it's Pang and Jin. 5 Grand Prix silver medals, and for the first time, they win gold, beating out Pavlyuchenko and Kodakin by 4 points, winning the free skate to the Chinese team. Maybe the big moment of the day, however, went to Haven Denny and Brandon Frazier. They're on a Grand Prix podium for the first time in 3 years. We're also going to talk, of course, about Ashley Kane-Gribble and Timothy Leduc. Michael Weiss, Brooke Castile, and you're not Sinead Kerr.
I'm not Sinead Kerr.
Jackie Wong of rockerskating.com.
Should I get an accent?
A Scottish accent. Let's hear it. Come on.
I can't do it.
There it is.
No, you can't.
This is why we have Jackie on the show.
Hello.
He knows figure skating and he knows accents. Amazing. We're going to be tapping into Jackie's brain trust on the men, also on the pairs. And Brooke, let's get right to it. We're going to see highlights, of course, from the top 3, but we've got to start with Kane-Gribble Leduc because we were all thinking, hoping, wanting them to be on the podium. It was not their day.
It wasn't, and it's such a shame because it's such a great opportunity. I said it on the top of the show. They needed to make, if they could make minor mistakes and still win, and that proved to be true, but they didn't do that. I mean, no one skated great in this event except for one team, and they blew the opportunity, and it's just such a bummer. You can see it right there. That was not a typical skate for them at all, and, you know, maybe the pressure did get to them. I didn't think it would, but that wasn't typical of them at all.
The wheels, Mike, just came off after that first throw error.
It was. That's the same mistake they made in the short program, and to make it again here in the free skate, and it wasn't just that, it started to accumulate. Her doing a single loop on the side-by-side jumps just kills them. The base value goes way down, and then to put that lift down at the end of the program, it wasn't minor errors. They were all major errors. And I think the biggest upsetting part to her was when she saw, yes, we didn't skate well, but then she realizes, like, we're going to be the 3rd U.S. team at this competition, and that's not at all what they feel like they are. You know, they're the national champions, they're the best the U.S. has to offer, and they didn't show it today.
Not the best way to start your season feeling like that.
No, I mean, they came off of Salt Lake where they had a up 200-plus score, but this just everything sort of compounded those errors today.
I think what we got to think about with Kane-Gribble and Leduc is the fact that they always come back from adversity. And I think there's something about the opening of the season where they skated well, they were kind of on a high coming in, where this might be a kick in the pants that they needed that is going to just jumpstart their season. I fully expect them to come back on the next Grand Prix and just be, blowing it out of the water.
And Michael Weiss mentions it. What a great day for Jessica Callalang and Brian Johnson. They had a pretty good free skate themselves, and they not only finish above Kane and Leduc, but they also finished 4th place. I mean, that's something that they're going to walk away being very happy about.
Yeah, and talking about taking an opportunity and going with it. I mean, they were great today. It was the first time I've watched them where I really saw the potential that they have. There's still some things they need to work on. I thought their program was beautiful. Their lifts are beautiful, and I can't wait to see more. And now they're definitely in the talk with these top teams in the U.S. as one of them.
All right, so those are the American teams. Let's get to the top teams right now. Pang and Jin coming in. They led after the short program, Brooke. It wasn't a perfect free skate for them today. They did enough, though.
No, like just right there, they did a mistake on the jumps, but because they both did a double, they'll still get positive GOE on that. So even though it's a mistake, the score won't show it as much. I mean, they were fine.
This was tough.
This was bad, obviously. And they still won. I mean, it wasn't a great event, so good for them. They got gold. I don't really have much to say about them. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, for them, those side-by-side double sows were planned because it was just like last season, right? Like their triple sows are not a thing that they do very well. They planned the double sows.
Smart. That's smart.
Yeah, smart.
It worked.
And so, that's kind of what they were starting off with, and it was just the mistake on the throw that they had, and the rest of it was lower base value, but they got through it. I didn't love this free skate for them. I think I tweeted after the short program, like they need to just embrace their kind of weird and quirkiness.
They've got that quirk.
Yeah, and the short program is all about that, and this free skate is it's a little bit under for them, you know. And
See, I
think you're
disagree.
right.
I think the short is worse than the free skate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the quirkiness doesn't work. I think it's really it's not genuine, the quirkiness.
Interesting.
I think it looks like someone just gave them choreography and then handed them music a month later.
The big thing for them, though, is that those 5 silver medals, they finally win a gold. You've got Sui and Han, who are leading the charge in China. They've got to take a lot of confidence off of this victory.
Yeah, well, that's what we talked about this early in the week. A bunch of people who have been second at this competition. Another one, Kaori Sakamoto, we'll talk about later. These people that are continuously getting second, and now it's like, okay, here's the opportunity, and they jump on it. I mean, it was definitely a lackluster pairs event, but they took advantage. They did just enough to skate well, skate clean enough to get their first Grand Prix gold.
Okay, Grand Prix gold for Pang and for Jin. What about a silver medal for Pavlyuchenko and Kodakin, who had 2 bronze medals last season? This is a junior team, a junior world champion team, Brooke, from a couple years ago. They're still finding their feet underneath them, but they're going to be happy with a silver medal this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, they're technically, they did everything. They skated clean and they did it all well, but even though they're doing these really hard elements really well, I still find it really boring. Besides the program being oh, I forgot she fell on that, sorry.
That's all right.
Besides the program being extremely boring and there's not much there, their elements are boring even though they shouldn't be. They should be exciting because they're great. And that's not normal.
Okay,
Usually
so what do you want to see out of them? You didn't like this program. What can they do to be better?
Personality. Look like you like skating. I mean, they literally did not
Tell us
do
how you
any...
really feel.
I'm sorry. But their faces did not change that entire program. They didn't look at each other once. You're a pair skater. And the kiss and cry, he was kind of joking around because it took some time to get their scores, and she was just deadpan the whole time. And they did side-by-side, beautiful side-by-side triple flips, beautiful side-by-side jumps, great throws, really difficult lifts. They're not the best positions, but they're difficult. And still, like, I felt nothing watching them.
Well, their strength are their side-by-side elements. I mean, those side-by-side flips are awesome.
Yeah.
It's a hard jump to do on your own, let alone in unison with a partner. So those side-by-side jumps are what they do well. But I understand what you're saying is that you just want more from them. And like you said, they are a young team, but they're a team that, Russia has a strong history of being very graceful, very, great unison. But to me, they look very much still like kind of single skaters that skate pairs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like maybe as they grow together, they'll start to be more of a team, cohesive team.
We just had a surprise visitor, which I don't think we've ever had a nice
just walk
guest. Sir,
behind
do you want to come back for an
No, he
interview?
walked straight
We'll get
in
that
front of us.
exclusive after. That was
didn't even
amazing.
notice.
The security here in Vegas is top-notch.
Before we move on, I know you had some thoughts on Pavlyuchenko and Kodakin too. And maybe did that random man have thoughts, sir?
I think he did have some thoughts. I think they are a great. They have a lot of great foundations.
It's too good. It's too good. Take a minute. What about that random fan, everyone? We love him.
Anyone else?
Really good. That free skate just is not the right vehicle for them. If you look at the free skate that they had last year, if you talk about the personality, right? They were all personality in the free skate they had last season, even though it wasn't even the best choreograph for them, but it showed off their love for skating. And if you watch them on practice ice, they're much more animated. They're much it's a different feel for them. And I don't like this as their like senior or as their sophomore senior season thing. It doesn't work.
I agree. Watching them coming into
slump.
this event, I was really excited to see them live. I watched all their stuff from last year, and I was like, wow, this team's going to blow everyone away, and it just didn't happen.
Okay, let's move on to a program I think we all loved,
yes.
Michael Weiss included. Did you guys like Haven and Brandon today in Las Vegas?
Yes.
Haven Denny and Brandon Frazier, for those of you watching online. Wow, and this line, I mean, they did one thing at a time,
good.
Brooke,
Yes.
and they hit everything in this program.
Well, we talked about this on the
right
pre-show, right here. If they do this, they're going to be great. They're such a good team, and they just need the jumps, and they did them today. And guess what? They almost won the free skate. They were so close, and they ended up on the podium where they deserve to be. Everyone was on their feet at the end of this program, which is spectacular anyway. Their coaches were flipping out ringside, crying. It was just such a great performance from them, and it's so exciting
And
to
the
see.
lifts in particular,
So
Brandon
good.
was talking about John Zimmerman really working with them on those lifts, Mike.
It is, and we talked before the competition, before the free skate, about what their strengths are. Those, like
It's
even
so
that
hard
ending,
to
that's
do
a
at the
unique
end.
ending. Really cool,
Come
exhausted,
on.
So
Come
hard
on.
to do. At the end, all you want to do is stop skating, and they just keep doing more.
It is time. It's like, that's a line from Lion King. I know every line. I'm not gonna. But look at John and Sylvia. I mean, they've been working so hard with them. They know that their weakness is the side-by-side elements. That is the best throw. That is the best side-by-side triple sow that I've seen her do.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I mean, Jackie, that was a great sow that she did.
I haven't seen him land like one like
Yeah.
that in a long time.
Right.
I just, if you ever want an inspirational life coach, just watch Sylvia Fontana behind the boards, because she will motivate you to do everything and anything.
Well, very
She's
few,
just so
very
good.
few coaches break into a sweat during a free skate. She's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
works so hard that she's into the program.
Yeah.
And how motivating. I mean, we talk about the way that this maybe shakes things up within the American teams.
Yeah,
for
I think
them.
it's motivating just to go into your next Grand Prix with a medal already, but being the top American team, that feels almost just as good, because going into nationals, well, I'm the one that won at Skate America as far as my teammates are concerned. So it should really give them a boost, and I think just landing that jump should give her a huge boost of confidence, because I really think that's the issue, is confidence and doubt going in, and to nail one first competition of the season, it's really going to help in the rest of the season.
Well, just think, if she'd have hit that in the short program, they may be the Skate America champions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible. Circle of life for Haven
Oh, wow.
and Brandon.
You went there.
Full circle back into the medal stand. Their first Grand Prix medal in 3 years. Is it time to talk about the boys?
Maybe.
Should we talk about the men, the guys
Yes.
that are coming out on ice pretty soon? Let's go ahead and check in on the standings after the short program. And Jackie, it's Nathan Chen with that lead after the short, but we've got some interesting stuff to look forward to in the free skate.
I'm very looking forward to Dimitri Leave. If you listen to the podcast, Ice Talk, if you listen to the Ice Talk
Yes,
podcast,
please.
you hear me talk about Dimitri Leave all the time, because he's such a wonderful skater, and he's maybe finally figured out how to compete again, because he had this ridiculous slump last season where he just couldn't put together anything, and now this is his third competition. He's already had a couple of really solid goes at it, and I think he's gonna bring it.
There
tonight.
wasn't an injury for him last season.
No.
It just wasn't there.
Yeah, wasn't there.
Okay, interesting. What we know is going to be there today for Nathan Chen are the quad jumps. How many quads we're gonna see? Well, honestly, he doesn't. Well, Jackie thinks there's gonna be 4. We're not even sure Nathan knows. Let's go ahead and listen in from Nathan Chen himself.
What's your free skate going to be like this time?
It depends on how I feel after this. I put a lot out on the ice today, so I'm a little gassed out. So I'll see how things go tomorrow. The morning practice, I'll decide exactly what it is. But of course, it's another opportunity for me to continue improving, cleaning things up. So I'm excited.
Fantastic work today. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Jackie's confident that we're going to see 4 quads, but no matter what, Nathan Chen's got the lead after the short program, defending champ. I mean, this free skate, the Rocket Man program, I know a lot of people are very excited to see it.
Yeah, it's choreographed by Marie-France Dubray, and I think it just emphasizes everything that Nathan does well. He can do anything. I mean, we've talked about this with all of his short programs. Sometimes he has like a tango. He's got like an attitude to it. Sometimes now he's going to show that he's got like a hip hop style to him, hip hop side to it, and he combines that with the quadruple jumps. And you talk about 4. The thing about Nathan that is just so awesome is it doesn't really matter. He's like, 2 might be good, 3 might be good, 4. You know what? If I'm feeling real good and I'm not tired, why not do 5? I mean, he's that type of skater that can do it, and he can move them around, as we saw him do in the short program. No quad lutz triple toe. I'll just do quad toe triple toe, and you just get that sense from him. Even when he missed it in the short, you knew he was going to do it in combination on the next one.
Yeah, right.
I do think that what's different about Nathan this year versus Nathan in previous years is that he really does want to stick to the program. He wants to make sure that he adds those transitions, that he hits those musical notes. If you watch Rocket Man and you just look at what he's doing with the musical nuances, it is beyond what he's done in the past. And part of it is because he's really paying attention to where he's putting the jumps and how he's going into those jumps. Because if you move him around like at the beginning of a program, you don't do the same thing. So, and I think that is something he's really focused on because he's getting feedback on that.
It's been incredible to watch him grow the technical side, of course, but also the artistry too.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see this free skate. I've seen it only on a computer. I haven't been able to see it live yet. And I mean,
you were not Japan Open?
I was not. I was
you have
not.
Kids?
Jackie
you have
probably
a job?
was. I do. Yes. But just being able to see him do hip hop, he's so cool. He can do anything, and I cannot wait for him to just take the house down. Very exciting.
He's going to indeed. Nathan Chen, the leader after the short program. Dmitry Aliev, you mentioned him, Jackie, the fact that he's got his skating back. What should we expect from him in the free skate? Because he's got the quad lutz, and then what else does he do quad-wise?
He's got 2 toes and a lutz, so he's going to have 3. What's fun? Well, what's exciting about this season for him is that he's got his triple axel back too. He lost it again. Like he lost a lot of stuff in the last season, and he gained it all back. And like I said, he's gonna bring it.
Well, it's nice. I mean, his quad lutz triple toe was the best of the event in the short program.
Yeah.
If he can recreate that again and then add 2 quads to it, I mean, he's a great skater. I'm excited to see if he really truly is back. It's one thing to do it in the short. It's another thing to do it back to back from a short and a free skate. Back to back one day right after the other.
Right. And Jackie, is there a little bit of an opening right now among the Russian men? Kolyada's had some struggles.
Absolutely. I mean, Kolyada's out of the Grand Prix because of sinusitis, right? Or he's having it fixed.
Yep.
His nose, I guess.
Yes.
The Russian men right now just don't have the consistency. Voronov is not up there. Samarin hasn't been skating all that well yet. Aliev is the top Russian man right now.
Okay, so Dmitry Aliev, obviously looking forward to him in the free skate. The moment of the day for the ice desk, I'm going to guess Jackie would have agreed with us yesterday, it was Keegan Messing. And the way that he was able to skate the way that he did, all the emotion from his brother tragically passing away a few weeks ago, it was his wedding song, and now he's going to have to bring that same kind of skating and emotion to the free skate. That's a big ask back-to-back days.
It is, and he said, that he knew that it was going to be difficult skating here. He said he's got a very strong support team in his parents and his family, and he said the short program was going to be the easiest for him to do, and the long program would be the most difficult. And now that he's put all that emotion, all that into that short program, it'll be fun to watch if he can create another moment like that. The quad lutz we've seen in practice has been not quite as consistent as it has been in the past, but the quad toes have been solid. So if he can recreate another moment like that, it's going to be very special. I'm not going to be able to handle it. I'll be all choked up. I'm going to be a mess.
It's like you're watching Lion King, essentially.
Yeah.
This will be the first time you'll be tearing up over Guns N' Roses.
I was going to say skating at Guns N' Roses. I don't know.
For that.
Yeah, but that's not true. November Rain is a fantastic song.
The music video.
A point that Brooke was making when we were just chatting this morning is the difference between having a day off at the Grand Prix, or of course at Worlds in particular, but here back-to-back, 24 hours.
Yeah, having an emotional skate like he did yesterday and going through everything he has, then having such a quick turnaround for the long, sometimes it's really difficult to, you almost feel like we can call it almost a hangover the next day, and getting on the ice for practice, and it's early for the men.
Imagine a hangover in Vegas. That'd be weird.
I knew you were going to say
Sorry,
something about that. Now I lost my train of thought.
Well, the emotions
it's
of coming
difficult,
back
definitely.
today.
Just even getting on practice, it's like you probably feel a little more stiff than normal, and it's a little bit tough. And hopefully he can just, rely on his training and just not think about all of that and get through it. I mean, props to him for being here.
Yeah.
It was definitely a big decision for him to come here, and he's my favorite. I love watching him skate, so I can't wait.
One thing, too, is sports oftentimes, and especially skating, it's kind of like a place of solitude for you, too. It's like when all the craziness that's going on in the world, it's like I always remember when I got out on the ice, it was like I was in my own world. It was very comforting. And to be going through something like this that his family's going through right now, it's almost like the rink is a place of comfort for him.
It certainly has been. It's also been a place of, discomfort in a sense for Jason Brown, who had that car crash in August, some concussion symptoms. into the, even most recently a few weeks ago, he's 13 points off the podium. He popped that triple axel in the short program, Jackie, but he's here.
Yeah.
Much like a much different scenario than Keegan Messing. But I think the win for Jason Brown, who was on the podcast this week, is the fact that he's here and skating.
I'm still flabbergasted that he popped that triple axel because it looks so good in practice. Like we talked about the concussion, but when I saw him in practice, it didn't look like he was feeling any ill effects from that. I mean, he might have missed a couple of weeks of training, and thus the quad's not here. And I didn't see him warm up a quad today in practice, so I'm sure I'm pretty sure they're going to go for an A triple program, and that's the way they want to just get a clean one in. And if he skates a clean A triple program, that's a 180. So. I think 180 as in points, not 180 as in like a turn.
Maybe both.
But that's podium worthy, I think. So we'll see how it goes.
It needs to be clean though, right?
Yeah, because he's 13 points off the podium right now, so he needs that. He needs to skate clean. He needs to skate flawless. He needs to skate to his strengths, which are his components, his spins, his performance level. And if he can do that, you never know. You know who's in front of him. If there's some mistakes on some quads, people try some difficult stuff, he could slip in there.
It's been interesting. It was interesting to watch in that short program because you've got names like Brezhina, Bychenko, Junhwa Cha, Tamono, Jin Boyang. I mean, these are names that have been successful on the international stage. Anyone could make a big move. If any of those guys has a clean free skate today, we have to say their names because they have the opportunity to move up. One guy who is moving up from juniors to seniors is just his second full senior season, Alex Krasnojan. I had a chance to speak with him after the short. Check it out. Just off the ice from the short program, but what do you want people to feel in the free skate that they're going to see?
Well, to me, it's like a movie because it's a Dracula, so I want people to be drawn into me and just like look, and I want to draw the crowd into my program because it's very, very passionate program, and it's that playful. That's what I like, so I hope the crowd enjoys it and brings it in.
I like the energy from Krasnojan. He's got the quad flip.
Yes.
He didn't hit it in the short. Is he going to hit it today?
Yes.
Yes.
You're going to do it.
Agreed?
I agree, and it'll be exciting to see.
Okay, very good. So Krasnojan out there. Any big movements before we get to, I think we can go ahead and, well, there's lots still to come, of course. The first group of men are just getting on the ice right now. But guys, do you think, Jackie, that there's going to be any big movement in this men's free skate?
I think there will be because there's not that much room between like fourth and the rest. I think it's probably going to be a pretty close race. Watch for Kazuki Tomono. He had an almost clean run through this morning, and he just looked really good in practice.
Kazuki Tomono. Movement in the men's free?
Yeah, I like Cha from Korea. I think he could make a run too. He's got the quads, and he could potentially move up there in the podium too.
I think if we've learned anything from this event so far is that anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Wait, one other thing too. Brezhina too. I mean, here's somebody who's made it to the Grand Prix final last year, was medaling at Grand Prix events. He goes as the quad goes. He hits that quad sal. He could be a medalist.
The Brezhneissance continues.
The Brezhneissance. I love that. That was from last season,
That was
right?
from last season.
It continues to this year. Let's go ahead and check out the schedule. The first group is out there. We're going to be back with you after the men's free skate. And then we've got the free dance this evening. We also have the ladies. Lots of ice desk to come. We're very excited. Michael Weiss. Oh my gosh. Do it again. Do it again. Slow-mo. Oh, wow. We've lost it, everyone. This is the time when you turn the channel to NBC Sports Gold and you're going to watch the men's free skate. You can watch the men's free on NBC Sports Gold for free this weekend. NBCSports.com/gold/figure skating. That's a live shot. That means Jackie Wong's got to go live tweet some practice warm-up. Jackie, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And guess what, guys? It's time for the men's free skate, and we really hope that fan who walked in front of the camera, not Michael Weiss, that original fan, we hope that he's found his seat. You guys find yours too. Brooke Castile, Nick McGarville, Jackie Wan, Michael Weiss. We'll be back with you on Ice Desk after the men's free. Bye-bye.